Good afternoon, students. You are welcome to Security Education class online. I'm Mr. Rahim, the Security Education teacher. We are meeting for the second time on Security Education through this online class. I believe you are enjoying the first lecture on the responses in an emergency situation. Today, we are looking at topic which is responding in an emergency situation. The first one was responses. The second one, now we are talking about responding in an emergency situation. Before we go on, we need to look at the lesson objectives, that is, what we intend to achieve at the end of this lesson, or what are the rationale, or why do we need to consider this lesson. Let us look at the lesson objectives. The lesson objectives, at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to define emergency management, state different emergency situations, mention ways of responding in emergency situation. One, you need to be able to define emergency management. Two, state different emergency situation. Three, mention ways of responding in emergency situation. One, we have defined emergency situation in the first lecture. Today, let us continue on it. We look at it in emergency situations. There are various ways of responding and managing the situation, such as one, government intervention; two, voluntary organization; three, foreign aids; four, concerned citizens; and five, the mass media. We are looking at 5 different ways of responding in and managing the situations during emergency. Like this coronavirus is an example of an emergency situation. How has it been managed by the government, the voluntary organization, the foreign aids, the concerned citizens, and through the mass media? The first one is government intervention. Government intervention. That is, how does the government comes in to intervene during emergency situation? Or what are the roles that the government can play during an emergency situation? Said the government intervenes and provides assistance in emergency period as a measure to manage and control the situation. That is, the government intervene and provide assistance in emergency period as a measure to manage and control the situation. This can be in form of sending security agents to the affected areas for rescue operations, like the NEMA, National Emergency Management Agency. They try to manage the emergency situation. They go to where there's emergency in order to rescue the people. So government, they are government agent on emergency situation. So the government can send the security agents to the affected areas for rescue operations, and they can also send relief materials and food to the inhabitants of the area. They can send the food and the relief materials, which will serve as a palliative to the inhabitants of the area in situation of ill health, or this kind of a coronavirus pandemic. They send hospital equipment and drugs for preventive and curative measures. They send the experts to the area to treat those people that are affected by the ill health. They can send hospital equipment and the drug for preventive and curative measures. The second one, ways of responding during the emergency situation. Voluntary organization. Voluntary organization. We have various voluntary organizations like Red Cross and some other voluntary organizations owned by the United Nations and some other international and local organizations. They can be of help during the emergency situation. They said in terms of emergency situation emanating from natural diseases or ill health. Some voluntary organizations such as Red Cross, Amnesty International may move in to help by providing assistance through relief materials for the victim for the purpose of rehabilitating them. Yes, this international organization like Red Cross and Amnesty International, they are agents of United Nations. They can come in to assist or provide assistance through relief materials for the victim for the purpose of rehabilitating them. They have been doing this many occasions. Any country that is witnessing war, any kind of emergency situation, they will move in to help the people that are involved in emergency to provide a kind of relief materials for them and for the purpose of rehabilitating them. The third one is foreign aids. Foreign aids. In terms of emergency, too, countries that are well disposed can assist the affected nations. The country like USA, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, China, and some other countries that are well disposed, that are well advanced, they can now provide a kind of assistance to the affected nations by sending money to them. They can send materials. They can equally send drugs to the affected areas as a way of helping the victim. During this coronavirus pandemic, some citizens of China came to Nigeria to provide a kind of foreign aid. They gave money to the federal government of Nigeria. They came with the materials as well as the drugs to cure as a curative measure to those people that are affected or as a palliative measures to help the government of the country, of our country, as well as the helping the people that are affected by the coronavirus. Then the fourth one is a concerned citizen. Concerned citizen, that is, we are talking about the citizens of the country that is witnessing the emergency situation. Those that are well disposed, those that want to engage in philanthropic gestures, people like Aliko Dangote, Femi Otedola, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and some other well-placed Nigeria and some organizations that believe they need to render assistance to people who are affected by the coronavirus pandemic, which is an emergency situation, which has created emergency situation in the country. He said some better placed individuals and philanthropies can help the affected victim by sending relief materials and drugs to them in order to save their lives, encourage them, and give them a sense of belonging. Those people that are affected or people that are hungry, people that cannot go out to carry out their daily activities because of lockdown, they need to eat, they need materials, they need drugs to survive. These concerned citizens can come in, give them the relief materials as well as the drugs and the food to serve as palliative measure to cushion the effects that the lockdown is having on them. By doing this, they will save their lives, encourage them and give them a sense of belonging so that they too will feel this country belongs to all of us, and they will love the country. They will remain as a patriot. They will be patriotic. There will be patriotism on their behalf. They will be loyal to the country and ready to die for the country. The last one is the mass media. The mass media. So professional reporting of emergency situations is known to have curtailed or checked cases that could have gone out of hands. There are some reporters that is their own job to report the emergency situation so that they can alert the government agencies that are responsible for the management of emergency situation like NEMA, LASMA, LASEMA, and some other government agency like Federal Road Safety Commissions when there's an accident, NEMA, National Emergency Management Authority when there is a kind of accident on the road, and Lagos State Traffic Management Agency, and some other ones that are government agency. The mass media, the professional reporting, will alert them of the emergency situation where the thing has happened and the situation on ground in order for them to know what exactly to do to address the situation. With this, the country or any area that is witnessing emergency situation will be curtailed, will be addressed before it escalates or it goes beyond repair. Thereby, the country can be a safer place. Then all of us can remain there. Thank you. God bless you. As we have come to the end of today's lecture, God willingly, we shall meet another time on another topic. Thank you.